hoping I don't find anything growing in here. That wouldn't be good. Of course, that's one of the myths, of course, of having dreadlocks. Is that they're, by nature, they're necessarily dirty, and mine are actually quite clean. No dandruff in them or anything like that. Never had any bugs living in there. Generally speaking, I don't think mine smelled very bad. The only times I noticed them was when I would work out and sweat. But I think that's pretty normal for most people, right? Of course, I may just do the mullet locks, right? How does that look? Business in the front, party in the back? No? This was the first dread that I combined. So these were two smaller dreads, and I combined them into one. I think it was worth it. I had another one. There's a big, fat, chunky one here in the back that it sort of did it on its own. I didn't realize that it was happening. But you could definitely feel the two that were coming together, sort of at the base. So these were a lot of work for the first 3, 4, 5, even 6 months. But like I said, over the last 7, 8 months, I really haven't done much with them. They've just sort of gone on their own, taken on a life of their own, and felt pretty out of control, actually. This is hard, cutting one's own hair. Marie cuts her own hair. I don't know how she does it. She's gonna freak out when she sees me today, too. Here's one of the ones we dyed a different color. And this is one of the things that was really frustrating to me. I mean, here you can see the ends, are frayed, but you can also see these little bumps that would form, and it's just little loops of hair that would stick out, and I just could never seem to get those to go away. And that was always a challenge for me. But this one, by all accounts, knotted up pretty well. I'll be right back. I gotta plug the computer in. This is the really fat one. This thing's drove me nuts too. But it was always in the back, so I could always ignore it. And these here in the back, these are the worst. Everybody I've come across on YouTube or whatever that talked about their process for dreadlocks always talked about how hard it was to maintain the backs, and I think that's why it's so important to have other people involved in this process. Just from, a hair standpoint, is to get the ones in the back, because you can see how it was just at the base. It's just so hard to get together. And, you can't see back there, and you have to do a whole feel. Which is probably easy for some people. It wasn't easy for me. Even cutting them back there it's hard. One of the things I tried to keep in mind as I had these, it didn't always work. But like I said, I'm a pretty symbolic person. I really like ritual and sacraments and things like that. But dreadlocks are symbolic of kind of a rejection of the systems, especially kind of the capitalistic systems and things like that have a very well-defined center in terms of who can be in the center. I'm one of those people because I'm a white man, so I'm able to be in the center, and middle-class guy, educated, have a master's degree, those kinds of things. I get on pretty well in the world. Having a hairstyle like this kind of throws that into question. There's